Hey, this is Susie J. Cobwebs, and this is a different type of writing tip. And a writing tip that you don't normally think is an issue until you became a part of it. And I'm not saying that this is an issue, but it's one of the issues that you have to go through as a unknown author. So let me get down to it. I actually did a vendor show in a place called Needs Cafe. It was in New Kensington, Pennsylvania. This is a place where I have been there annually. I've had such good interactions with not only sales, but also getting your name out there. Now, getting your name out there is such an important, as I say this, such an important thing for you to do as a new author. Let me tell you a story. So I go into the Needs Cafe, and there was a vendor there that I previously had an interaction with a week prior, and she bought my first book. Yay! I'm so excited. As soon as I got everything set up on my table, she came over to me and she says, I started reading your book and I left it at the gym and I can't get there until Tuesday. I hope it's still there. In hopes that it is still there, or in hopes that somebody else reads that book, regardless, we fixed the issue. Because she was so intrigued by my book that she came over to me. And now, mind you, she is about 2 vendors down from me. And she goes, do you mind if I borrow your book while I'm sitting here? I can read it. Absolutely. Absolutely. So as she is reading my book and she is doing her own type of vendoring, I was sitting at my vendor table talking to other people. And in the midst of me having quiet moments, I would get a piece of paper out and I would jot down the next idea I had for my books. In that process, she was on to my right, which I'm right-handed, and I can see peripherally what she is doing, how she is so engaged in my book. The fact is, when she came over and she said that she was on chapter 13, wonderful, wonderful. In the midst of her doing everything that she needed to do, and in her spare time, she was reading my book. She gave me the luxury of watching her read my book. And I don't think a lot of people understand that, where writers really want you as the reader to be engaged. Yes, sales are wonderful, yes, but to see the actual non-biased person reading your book, engaging with your book, and wanting to know more is even better. At the end of the vendor show, she came over and she gave me my book back. Wonderful. So she says, I'm on chapter 20, and she's like, Evan is doing this and Nick is doing this, and I'm not going to give you the scenario, but I asked her, I said, so what did you think? And she's like, I am Team Evan. Wonderful, wonderful. What else? She goes, yeah, I really don't like the Nick. Nick is bad. Okay, but that is wonderful. That's where I wanted her to be in that book. So the fact is, she engaged with my book, and this book was relatable to her, and she wanted to continue with this book, is an author's dream, right? So in the midst of all of this, I said, you know what? Here. I gave her a signed copy of book 2, which is Betrayal in the First Degree, Second Helping. So she can enjoy the next section of this betrayal series. And I understand it's sells this, sells that. But as an unknown author, this is really important to us. that she could have grabbed the book. She could have bought the book. She could have not read the book at all. Or she could have said, yeah, it's not really my cup of tea. I seen plot holes. I see typos. No. You need to redo it. No. She was fully engaged in this book. And that's what makes my heart happy. So, I understand when you go to these vendor shows and you may not have sales, but the interactions that you have with non-biased people or potential customers that want to jump on that journey with you, absolutely. Although I kind of laugh because people would come up to me and they would think I am an expert at writing a book or the business side. Reality is we're all winging it to try to make a name for ourselves. If this is the way I have to do it, so be it. Have you read Betrayal in the First Degree? Or Betrayal in the First Degree, Second Helping? Are you ready to read all of the plot twist that I have coming in Betrayal in the First Degree, Third Dumpling? And don't worry, there's also Betrayal in the First Degree for a Price to Pay. Those last two are coming soon. So, more of my story, please don't get discouraged when you go to these vendor shows and you may not sell anything. It takes time for people to trust you. That's all it is. It's a waiting game. And patience is really a pure winner right along with hard work. If you like these videos and you want to see more of these videos, by all means, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification button so you can stay on top of all the different things that I post. And to the next time, love you bunches.